Hey everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here, and I'm giving you guys another update for Pick 3 Ontario. It's been a while since I touched Ontario, so I wanted to share something with you. I was asked by one of our valued members what key digits to look for Ontario, and believe it or not, I want you guys to start paying attention to your zeros. Not only that, there's another key digit around the zero that you may want to pay close attention to. So if you're in another state and you notice there are hits coming around zeros, you may want to pay attention to this additional information. All right, so let's go ahead and dig into it. The first thing is I'm backtracking quite a few days back. Okay, make sure that you're keeping a daily log of what's going on midday and evening for your state or your country, wherever you are, guys. All right. Today is also different because I'm using a 1, 2, 3 rundown. Now, I've seen this method sort of on the 317. If you prefer that, check it out and do some further study. All right, let's go to the first example. We're going to go to June 27th. Ontario had a hit of triple ones, 111 in the evening. Wow, look at that. Now, if you don't know how to count out a rundown, they're very simple to put together. Once you put the last hit that you're going to use, which is 111 in this case, you're going to add each of these numbers down the columns, okay? So the first column, we would add 1 all the way down. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. When you get to your 2-digit numbers, only use your ones plus your 0, okay? 0 plus 1 is 1. Now you know that you did it right. The number you start with will be the number you end with. And then you would add 2 all the way down the second column and 3 all the way down the third column. We started with 111, you should end with 111. And that's how you put your rundowns together. Why do we use rundowns? I get that a lot. I use rundowns so I can study patterns to predict what numbers could be hot for a particular state or country. And hopefully, you know, your guys are studying and you'll find that every state may have a little something special. Study your states to find your patterns, okay? Is it easy? No, but it's definitely very rewarding, okay? So I told you guys the secret number was 0, right? There's zeros all over this chart here. We have, let's look for our first 0 on the right side. We have a 0 on the left side. So we just have 2 here. I said multiple. But we have 2, right, on this particular rundown. Pay attention because there could be hits. Literally, you're looking at 2 different types of shapes, patterns. I'm looking at V shape and also L shapes. Okay, so this is what I mean. When you see a 0, okay, the number that goes V shape, like this 773, could be an option, right? Something that kind of goes all the way around it. Okay, another option when you see zeros, you might want to go 757. Okay, you might want to go 397. Just giving you options. So you see here we did kind of like an L shape, 757, 793, 773. That way you kind of cover kind of the sequence, the numbers around there. Okay, now this could change, so you have to study, continuously study. And I like this, and there's a key digit that you have to pay attention to when you see this, and you'll probably catch on to it in just a second. But if, let's say, you were to hold on to those numbers, if you wanted to go to the other 0, for instance, you probably could do that if you wanted to give yourself more options. 979, 991, all right, and 911. Very interesting numbers. Okay, so let's say we wanted to just hold on to that for maybe a day or so. Okay, it could take a couple days, but just, you know, keep your eye on things. But 737 actually came the next draw on June 28th. Your midday 737 hit. We have it here as 773, and you're going to notice your 773 is wrapped right around right around there, okay? Right around here, okay? Now, I want you to pay attention because you're going to see zeros. You're going to see zeros, like on the next row, you see zeros here. And maybe you want to play every time you see zeros, right? You have to be careful with this. I'm going to tell you this right now. I noticed, I said, well, why doesn't it do it for every draw? Why doesn't it do every time you see a zero? It's not supposed to. They have to knock things off. That's why you have to pay attention. But this is the big secret. You're looking for the zero that has a 2 or a 7 next to it. You heard me right. You're looking for the zero that has a 7 or 2 next to it. Should be in the middle column. I almost didn't catch this because I was trying to figure out a way, well, what will signal a way to find, to get as close as you can to know, because there's a lot of zeros in here, right? So how do you know which one? And do we want to spend the extra time looking at every one? Now, I'm not saying that they won't come off of these, so you still have to go back and track your patterns. They may start switching things up. But something about these zeros, 5s, 7s, and 2s working together brings on some type of harmony with these numbers. So let's watch this again. Let's go to June 29th. The hit was 952 midday. Okay. I noticed there was a zero. We're looking for our corner zeros. That's the other thing, your corner zeros. So 0 in this column or 0 in this column. Okay. Now you have a 0 in this column as well. And that probably could be something as well. So we'll pay attention to both. All right, you have a 0, 7. Okay, 0, 7. So what I would do is I would do my V shape 971. Okay, I would do 957, my L shape. Just going around, and 179. You actually get that again. So you get 971, 179 twice. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to put a star by that. Okay, that's kind of hot. Okay, now the other 0, if you wanted to do that, you could do 773, 757, and 793. Okay, all right. Well, if you held on to these numbers, guess what? The next day, the next day, 971 in the evening. In the evening was the hit, June 30th evening. Look at that. And of course, they used the 971. We have it twice. This whole section here, you could have went V shape or L shape. 971. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. All right. So again, if you look for zeros, you're going to notice there's like zeros here, but there's another 0. I'm not saying that things won't happen off of that. I just haven't seen anything play off of those yet, but make sure you study those. Let's go to 522. You notice how you're not going to see this all the time. That's why it helps to train your eyes to say, you know what, let me pay close attention to this one and just hold on to it, right? And I'm not guaranteeing anything. I can't guarantee that this is going to happen or the patterns won't change, so you have to study. I cannot guarantee hits in the membership or on the channel, okay? Play responsibly, guys. All right, so now we have 522. All right, this is from July 1st, midday. I noticed right away, I said, okay, here's a 0 in the corner, okay, but it's next to a 2, okay, so, okay, nice. So I said, okay, let's put together 902 around that corner, 902, 921 maybe, and then 124 or 142, okay? The 0 on this side has a 4 next to it. I'm not saying things won't happen, but I'm just sticking with the patterns. Well, if you did, the next day, that evening, 209 hit. Do y'all love this or what? Isn't this dope? I love that. I love this. You guys, I hope that you're excited about your zeros, making sure you're paying attention if it's next to a 2 or 7. That could be some really hot hot hits, you know. And not that I'm guaranteeing anything, I can't. So play around with this. You may want to use other rundowns. If you think things are getting cold or cool off, maybe try your 317, and kind of figure what they're doing, okay? And the only way to do that is you have to backtrack. So make sure you guys are keeping daily records of what's going on. So Ontario, I hope that this is helpful. Now you guys have this on July 2nd, had a 307 hit. I noticed right here there's a 0 here, so something you may want to pay attention to is this 702, this 723, 243. I'm not sure if they're going to use mirrors. If they start tripping, you know, maybe they may go to the 5s instead of the 0s, okay? On this side, there is a 0, but I don't see it connected to a 2 in the middle right next to it. So again, just study and pay attention, okay? Well, I hope this was helpful. Definitely give your girl a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video.